Hey guys, before we get to the drawing this week, I just need to say a few things to put this into context. So, you probably have already heard that Christopher Cantwell is being held as a political prisoner. And I'm not the first one to say this, but it certainly bears repeating. And so this video is, a tribute to Chris. Now, what happened? After Charlottesville 2.0, he received a warrant. He was charged with 3 separate charges of release of a caustic agent. Basically, he pepper sprayed somebody in self-defense. And kind of to everyone's shock, he was denied bail. And so he's spent the past couple months in the Albemarle County Jail. Now, this is obviously unjust, and we actually have video proving that he is innocent and that it was not him that was pepper spraying his accusers. And so there was a pre-trial this past Thursday in which the judge dropped 2 of the 3 charges against him, saying that they were sympathetic to the 3rd, but wasn't in his power, so he's going to have to go to trial and face another judge, which means more jail time for him, and that is just crazy. I mean, people have committed far more heinous crimes on the left, and it's a slap on the wrist. But because of his politics, oh no, things are different, and this area of Virginia is just a cesspool of blue. And so I've illustrated 2 short clips, one of which you're going to see here, and the other is going to be exclusive paywall content, because I'm going to just try to start doing some premium content now and then, so you'll be able to see this on my Patreon page. Unfortunately, not Patreon yet. They don't offer rewards, but go to my Patreon page, or if you've donated to me in the past, just send me an email and let me know. But just wanted to get this message out there and say, we're with you, Chris. I'm actually going to be sending Chris this drawing in the mail. It just so happens that today is Chris's 37th birthday. So if you would like to wish Chris a happy birthday, or even if you'd like to send him some hate mail, right? I'm sure he would love to read. It's got to be lonely there, and all he's got are some books. So this could really make his day on his birthday.
But I don't have it bookmarked or really handy, real quick. But what Captain Capitalism said about me was, like, he didn't think that I was really a racist or a misogynist or whatever, that I was doing this to get back at social justice warriors. Okay, here it is. I actually found it. How the left brought racist and sexist trolling upon itself. However, he says, this is the second paragraph. However, I know Matt Forney, and after listening to several of Christopher Cantwell's shows, I am familiar with Chris Cantwell. And if I had to put money on it, I'd bet Matt is no Nazi, and I have serious doubts Chris genuinely hates blacks. But their flagrant and flippant use of these words, even though deep down inside they don't likely believe a word of it, is an interesting phenomenon. For if you step back and look at it, it's a response, if not outright backlash, to the left's obsession with accusing everybody of racism and sexism, and it is here that the left has created a monster that forever will haunt and hound them. And that's very well put, and you're not wrong, okay? Because what happens is, they fucking run around with this race pimp crap, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck you and your race pimp crap. I think that race is actually not that relevant of a factor, so let me pull up some information to show you that your fucking line of bullshit is nonsense. And what we find out is that it's not. what we find out, well, it is bullshit what they're saying, of course. But when we look into race and gender and all the crap that the left is spewing about them, when they're blaming white heterosexual males for every fucking problem in the society, and you go out and you try to dispute that, the only conclusion that a fact-oriented research mission can find is that blacks are getting shot by police because they're committing a lot of fucking crime. And that they're probably committing the crime because of IQ disparities that result from thousands of years of evolution and are completely outside the control of white people in this day and age. That's the result that you have to come to if you're really interested in finding the truth of it. And that is not something that, goes over well. Do I fucking hate blacks? No. Sometimes I get fucking really mad, I sometimes think that we'd be a lot better off if, we lived in separate places and didn't share a system of government. But that doesn't mean that I hate people because of their skin color. If that is the definition of racist, if it is I hate people on the basis of their skin color, then I'm not a racist. But if I get furious about demographic problems, and that makes me a racist, then fine, I'm a racist. If I say, hey, I'm sick of listening to you bitch and complain and advocate that I pay a higher tax rate than you, that you think that you are entitled to reparations for something that you did not suffer from and I did not benefit from, then fuck you, I want a separate system of government. Well, then fine, I'm a white nationalist. And if you run around assaulting people and raping and robbing and murdering, and I say, hey, maybe you should cut that the fuck out, makes me a racist, then fine, I'm a racist. As for, misogyny, women, come on. If saying that women should have the freedom to be fucking raped and abused and demeaned and treated like shit and abort their fucking babies and die miserable, childless, and barren makes me a misogynist, or saying that that's not a good idea makes me a misogynist, well, then fine, I'll be a fucking misogynist. I don't care. You call me a fucking terrible person because I don't think that's a great idea? You're going to call me a terrible person because I think that men are going to dominate a society one way or the other? Fine, I'll be a misogynist. Because if I don't, and the men don't dominate the society, then other men come in and dominate it. That's what happens. So if that makes me a misogynist, that's fine. It's better than other misogynists raping our girls. That's fine. But he's right, because it didn't start off that way. I bought into the liberal narrative. I did. It's all the same. All the same. Maybe not the gender thing. I knew that instinctively, but, and I knew a thing or two about race, but it wasn't a focus, right? Keep on hammering it home. Eventually somebody's got to go look it up, and as soon as you look it up, you know what the answer is, and that's going to come out as racist, and that's fine, And if I have to get fired from things, fine. If I have to, be cast out of mainstream politics to tell the fucking truth, then that's fucking fine. We can do this. We can do this all day. I know that not everybody can. Not everybody can. It's very dangerous. That's why I do it for you.